Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, with the brothers out of Great Millstone, Valdosta, Georgia, coming at you another weekly lesson to the Spirit and power Yahweh Shemal Shah. First and foremost, as always, I want to start by giving all praises and glorifications to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'Hashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Well, peace, love, salutations to the hopeful elect throughout the four corners of earth, preaching his word in truth and sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, and the night's lesson title is Exam Time is Almost Here. Continue to endure. And what I mean by exam time is the big test, as far as the, all hell breaking loose. Definitely the hour of temptation consisting of the MOTB. Just a message of endurance, man. Endure it to the end, because we at the finish line, man. No, you good. But like I said, man, it's that time where Esau's getting ready to come down having great wrath, and all that we applied, in this ministry, all the the hell we've been catching, the Most High building us up, it's gonna be it's gonna have to be proven, okay, when this shit really go down, man. Okay, because the scriptures speak of how gold is tried in the furnace. Okay. Spiritually, we're being tried, man. The Most High getting all these impurities out of us, okay, and that exam time is coming, man. All right, the big test, okay, which like I said, it consists of the MOTB, primarily the hour of temptation, okay. So the Most High is getting us ready for that day. But you got it, bro.
This is the book of Philippians, chapter 2, verse 12.
Come.
Wherefore, my beloved,
Right.
as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence.
Mm-hmm.
Work out your own salvation.
Work out what?
Work out your own salvation.
Come.
With fear and trembling.
Right. And it's a commandment to fear the Lord. Hey, Deuteronomy 6:13. All right. Thou shalt fear the Lord thy power. Okay. The Lord Yahweh. We got to fear him. It starts with fear. And like I always say, two main ingredients we got to have in this is true: fear and faith. Okay. So fear the Most High. We must fear the Most High. And that coincides or correlates with the faith. All right. The Most High stole upon you, man. Or stole upon us, man. All right. Which is a gift. Okay. Matter of fact, I'm going to get there real quick. You can read that again, bro.
This is the book of Philippians, chapter 2, verse 12.
God.
Wherefore, my beloved,
mm-hmm.
as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling.
Right, we got to work out our own salvation with fear and with trembling, man. With fear and trembling, meaning fear the Lord. Okay, and we got to be selfish pretty much, because hey, this brother can't save me, I can't save him. We working out our own salvation. Okay, each one of us is in our lots. Okay, each one of us have our own gifts, so we got to utilize those to the best of our ability. Okay, and Lord will endure to the end. All right, till the Lord comes back. All right, to be found worthy and be proven. Okay, but I got this Ephesians 2:8. It says, "For by grace are ye saved through faith." See, faith. Okay, like I said, fear and faith is a must. All right. It says, "For by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves," man. This is not of us, man. Okay. First and foremost, the Lord got to put the Spirit on you, okay, to even receive this knowledge, to even accept this knowledge, man. All right. Most importantly, you got to be part of the elect, okay, or hopeful elect, man. All right. This got to be in you, man. So it says again, "For by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, is the gift of the Most High." So it's the gift of the Most High, man. Most High gave it as a gift. Not everybody possesses the gift of faith, man. Okay, which that's a gift you gotta have, man. Okay, that's a dire gift to have. Faith. You must have faith in Yahweh Ba'Shemel Shah, because without faith, get Hebrews 11:6. There was any more on that?
It was a little bit more on that.
Oh, go ahead. Finish that off and get Hebrews.
This is the book of Philippians, chapter 2, starting again at verse 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence,
Mm-hmm.
Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling.
Right.
For it is the Yahweh which worketh in you both to will and to do of his good pleasure.
Right. It's the Most High, man. Or the Most High's will, okay, to work out your salvation. He got to be with you. But I'm gonna finish this. So I got some more now. Ephesians 2. This is Ephesians 2:9. It says, not of works. See, James 2, the second chapter. All right. Faith and works go hand in hand, right? So you got to have faith right along with your works. It says, not of works, least any man boasts, like other camps. IUIC boasts of the so-called works, and they're all about gimmicks and theatrics, and the flashiest garments, about who's the better speaker and all that bullshit. And the Lord don't care about that, man. He cares about his word being pushed the right way and getting out there, man. Okay, he don't care about these gimmicks and all this fake ass shit. Excuse my French. Okay, verse 10 it says, "For we are his workmen." For we are his workmanship, created in Hamashiach Yahushua unto good works. Good works starts with having sound doctrine, teaching the right doctrine, man. Okay, not no bullshit, not that GMO doctrine these other camps be teaching. That's why the Lord gonna get ready to destroy these guys, man, real soon. It says, which the Most High have before ordained. See, before ordained means what? Predestinated. And Lord willing, we predestinated to make it. Okay. So exam time is coming, man. Hey, all hell getting ready to break loose. It says, for the Most High have before ordained that we should walk in them. So he's ordained us to walk in the true doctrine. Walk in Yahweh Shema Shah. Okay. That's pretty much it. Can you get up?
Yeah, I was just going to elaborate on what you just said.
Yeah,
The scripture say, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Someone that doesn't have the fear of the Most High, man, they capable of doing anything. I brought that out of my lesson. That's the spirit that I brought that out of my lesson earlier.
God.
That a person that don't fear the Most High, man, shit, what boundaries do they have? What moral compass do they go by?
Right.
They capable of doing anything.
Yeah. You can crash out of anything.
That's right.
But they call it crash out. You got a lot of those out here.
That's right.
Because they don't have no faith. They don't have no hope. They don't have nothing to lean on. Like Yahweh Shema Shah, which you want to lean on, the most important thing. All right. You got Hebrews 11:6. You'll get that.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 11, verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him.
See, that is without faith. Without faith, it's impossible to please the Lord. You got to have faith. If you don't have faith, man, you ain't going to make it. All right. The times we coming into is going to be critical, man. It's going to be crucial. We're entering some dangerous times very soon. All right. Trump has given, the supreme leader of Iran, which, Israel and them going back and forth. That prophecy is finally fulfilling. Jeremiah 50 and 45, the least of the flock. So Trump is getting ready to have Babylon's army, the American army, intervene, which that's good. That's great. Okay, that'll fulfill officially Jeremiah 50 and 45. The least of the flock should draw them out, man. So we at the end times, man, and knowing that, we got to keep our head on the swivel. That's been the spirit. Because brother's been making the lessons on that. We got to be circumspect, man. Okay, any time, okay, they can pull off that major hoax, that major 9/11 false, attack. I did a lesson on that last night. Anytime, any day now, any second, really. Okay, EMP attack can happen. They can open these sleeper cells. Okay, a major cyber attack, the economy collapsing, which that's gonna happen regardless. Okay, anything or all of it simultaneously happen, man. Right. Which that's most likely the case. All of it happened at the same time. You want to say something?
I was listening at your lesson earlier when you brought out the fact that the possible sleeper cells. Okay, now I believe that it was the spirit that gave me the thought that, okay, if you refuse to take that MOTB, you're gonna be counted as a terrorist,
Right.
pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And they're gonna characterize you right along with them sleeper cells.
Mm-hmm.
And hey,
Right.
ain't gonna be no mercy.
Yeah, they're gonna think you have something to hide.
Yeah.
Man.
If you refuse
But
to,
shit,
yeah.
We ain't fucking hiding nothing. What are we hiding?
Mm-hmm.
We telling you in your fucking face, devil, that you going down, man. And we on YouTube, we out on the streets. We ain't hiding shit. Okay.
You know, there's the part of the oath that you take when you're in the military that say you will defend this country against foreign and domestic,
right,
situations.
Which they concentrate on the domestic now.
Yeah.
But that's all the smoke and mirrors to get the prophets.
That's right.
Come on, man. Esau, he does something called collateral damage. He'll fuck up over his own people, just to get to us, man. All right. So this is how serious it's getting. This is how much Esau takes his new world order seriously. This is how serious he takes it, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's willing to fuck over his own people. See that? To try to fulfill his agenda, man. Now, if that ain't a devil, I don't know what is, man.
Homegrown terrorist. That's what you're gonna be labeled.
Mm-hmm. Everybody's gonna be labeled a terrorist. That's what the NDAA that Obama passed under you niggas' noses, monkey boy, he used to call him, passed under you niggas' noses. All right, back when he was in office, man. Okay, signing all those executive orders, those legislation, right under people's nose. They ain't know shit about it. Okay, so they all in place. All right, for that evil day. Because again, all they need is that major T attack, man, and it's over with. All right, you already got the situation with our Israel and Iran. Now it's right for the picking, man. Okay,
and as you said, everything was orchestrated.
Yeah,
that's the reason they put Obama in.
Yeah,
so he can further their agenda.
Mm-hmm.
That was his main mission for being there.
That's right. Yep. And to deceive you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, especially you so-called Negroes.
That's right.
Thinking he's one of you. That was one of the ultimate deceptions.
That's right.
Deception tactics he used.
Yeah, you niggas ran to the voting booth 2 times.
Right. But they broke their neck trying to get when the Obama was running.
Mm-hmm.
You niggas broke your fucking neck, right, man.
Well, once again, Esau gave you the illusion of inclusion.
That's right. You start up.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 11, starting at verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him.
Right.
For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
Right. That's going to be the elect, a rewarder of them that diligently seek him, man. Okay. And we diligently seeking Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah because we know the times are evil. That's coming. Matter of fact, the brother put it up. I'm gonna get it. You can get there was any more there. Oh, go ahead.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 11, verse 7. By faith, Noah, being warned of the Most High, of things not seen as yet.
The flood.
Yeah.
Getting some examples here. You got it.
Moved it with fear.
There go that word fear again. That's the spirit.
Prepared an ark to the saving of his house.
Right.
By the which he condemned the world and became heir of the righteousness which is by faith.
So it's faith, man. What prevailed him to build that ark, even though they scorned Noah. They laughed at him. They mocked him. Like, nigga, what you doing, man? They were like, nigga, what you doing? What's rain? What the fuck is this? They laughing at him, pointing at Noah. But when that rain came, they weren't laughing no more. Just like when these niggas, even before the nukes, man, when all hell break loose, these niggas ain't gonna be laughing, man. When they see Esau coming with that sword, because even this was what I was meditating on too. Even Esau preparing on the left-hand side. He preparing, man.
That's right.
For his new world order. How much more us on the right-hand side to prepare, all right, for the coming of Yahushua, man. Not only what this devil coming with, but the coming of Yahushua, because when Yahushua come back, man, it's shit, man. We better hope we on his good side, man. All right, because it's gonna be extremely terrifying, man. The scriptures say it's gonna be a day of darkness and gloominess, man.
That's right.
Okay. You got it, bro.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 11, verse 8. By faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive for an inheritance, obeyed. And he went out, not knowing whither he went.
Right.
By faith, he sojourned in the land of promise, as in a strange country, dwelling in tabernacle with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs with him of the same promise.
So that's where the promise resides down to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
That's right.
Okay. Our forefathers. Okay. Down Jacob being Israel. We're the descendants of Jacob, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. You got it.
For he looked for a city which hath foundation, whose builders and maker is the Most High. Continue. Through faith also, Sarah herself received the strength to conceive seed.
Right. That's Isaac, man. You know, she laughed at the thought that she couldn't conceive. That's how he got his name, because Isaac means laughter at an old age.
She was up in age, yeah. I was just going to say, she was up in age.
But that faith, man, you got it.
And was delivered of a child when she was past age, because she judged him faithful who had promised.
And remember, the promise resides through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay, not Abraham, and Ishmael, man. For you Muslims out there. All right, you got it.
Therefore sprang there even a one, and him as good as dead, so many as the stars of the sky in multitude, and as the sand which is by the seashore innumerable.
Right, Isaac gave birth to Jacob. Okay, that's talking about Israel right there. His name was changed to Israel by wrestling an angel. All right, you got it.
These all died in faith.
In faith. See, faith is important, man. You got it.
Not having received the promises, but having seen them afar off.
Right.
And were persuaded of them, and embraced them, and confessed that they were strangers and pilgrims on the earth.
Israel. You got it.
For they that say such things declare plainly that they seek a country. And truly, if they had been mindful of that country from whence they came out, they might have had opportunity to have returned.
What verse you need?
16.
All right, you go. Go ahead.
But now they desire a better country, that is, and heavenly. Wherefore the Most High is not ashamed to be called their power.
Right.
For he has prepared for them a city.
Right. That ultimate city is the kingdom, man. We want the kingdom. That's what
right.
we're trying to, that's what we're shooting for. And it's almost here. Okay. But we got to get through that exam though, man. That big test is coming. Okay. And we're going to have faith to resist the MOTB, which these other camps, they teach against the MOTB, man. Okay. Not being the, what it is, what it truly is, the RFID micro C-HIP, man. Okay. So a lot of them going to fold. When Esau come with that might, his military might and his sword, you niggas gonna fold, man. You ain't gonna have no sure foundation to fall upon, okay? You ain't gonna have no sure surety of faith to fall upon or lean on Yahweh Shema Shah, and you're gonna rely on Esau because you ain't gonna have the spirit to resist it, man. Let alone you fallouts, man. Okay, the ones that betrayed Yahweh Shema Shah, they fell out the truth. Okay, you definitely ain't gonna have the spirit to resist it. The Lord gonna put the spirit on you to take it, right? Because you ain't gonna have no faith. You ain't have no faith to endure, right? The little afflictions that we catching, we ain't going through shit, but you fall out the truth. How the fuck you gonna get through Jacob's trouble, man? The hour of temptation, okay? If you can't endure this little shit, man, that we go through, man. All right, you got it, bro.
Hebrews chapter 11, verse 17. By faith, Abraham, when he was tried.
Right, he had to sacrifice Isaac, just about, man. His only son at the time, man. You know, as far as, Sarah, she was barren. But the Lord commanded him to go out there and sacrifice Isaac. But it's going to tell you. You got it.
Hebrew chapter 11, verse 17.
Con.
By faith, Abraham,
Mm-hmm.
when he was tried, offered up Isaac.
Right. See that? Read on.
And he that had received the promises offered up his only begotten son.
Right. See, his only begotten son, man. All right. Through Sarah,
Mhm.
who was barren. Remember that. You got it?
So what kind of integrity you got to have to be able to go through with the Most High will, giving up all your worldly position, the thing that you value the most in this place. Are you gonna be willing to give them up, or are you gonna run to Esau, in your time of trouble?
Right. We're gonna lose everything we got anyway, man.
That's
This
right.
is only I told you brothers on conference call, this is only temporary, man. Everything we have from your fucking car, your stupid ass job, and your woman, she might be temporary too.
Your children,
they ain't guaranteed to make it.
Your parents.
Yep. Most likely your parents are 2/3, man. Let's keep it real, man. It's a bitter pill to swallow, but that's something to consider.
That's right. Your children
might die, man.
Yeah, they're 2/3, some of them.
It's not guaranteed, man. Let's just be
right.
real, man. Your woman might not make it, man. Hell, we might not. Hell,
That's
shit,
right.
we hope we fucking make it, bro. That's how serious this is, man. You got it, bro.
Hebrew chapter 11, verse 18. Of whom it was said that in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
All right, see that in Isaac shall thy seed be called, man. Through Isaac. For you Muslims, again, it's not Ishmael. All right? The Lord ain't dealing with Ishmael. He ain't dealing with you Muslims, man. And Allah ain't going to save you in that day.
Right.
Okay?
And just because
Allah going to put a bullet in their head when they go out there fight over the Middle East.
And just because Ishmael got a blessing, he didn't get the promises.
Right.
He just got a blessing.
Like I said, Allah going to put a goddamn bullet in your goddamn head, man. You go out there, get drafted. You go over there in the Middle East, talking about some Allah. You niggas in Islam, right, man. You got it, bro.
Yeah, so don't get it twisted. He just got a blessing. Even these devils got a blessing, but they ain't get the promise.
Exactly.
Hebrew chapter 11, verse 19. Accounting that the Most High was able to raise him up, even from the dead, from whence also he received him in a figure. By faith, Isaac blessed Jacob and Esau concerning things to come.
Right. Jacob, the promise of the kingdom, and Esau, the blessing with the sword, man. He blessed them both. All right. And we know what happened to the story of Jacob and Esau. How Esau, he cried for the blessing, man. He asked his father Isaac, doest thou have one blessing? He was blessed with the sword. Okay. You got it.
Hebrew chapter 11, verse 21. By faith, Jacob, when he was a dying, blessed both the sons of Joseph and worshiped, leaning upon the top of his staff.
Right. So it's going into faith, man. Having faith, the renowned man having faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. That's what it's all about, man. Okay? That's what we got to have. You can read on. We're going to, let me see, read down to... No, you just keep reading.
Hebrew chapter 11, verse 22. By faith, Joseph, when he died, made mention of the pardon of the children of Israel and gave commandments concerning his bones. By faith, Moses, when he was born, was hid 3 months of his parents because they saw he was a proper child.
Right. Well, they're part of the children of Israel, man. He was raised up as an Egyptian, but he went on later on to deal with his people, which were the Israelites. All right, you got it.
And they were not afraid of the king's commandment.
Right. The Pharaoh, man. Now we shouldn't be afraid of Esau concerning that. We're not gonna be afraid, Lord willing, of Esau's commandments of taking that sea hill, man. Trying to install his new world order on the planet Earth. Okay, because remember, all right, he can only kill the body, but not the soul. All right, in hell, man. Okay, which is Earth. He can't kill the body and the soul, just the body. Only the Most High can do it, man. All right, you got it.
Hebrews chapter 11, verse 24. By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter,
Mm-hmm.
choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High
Right.
Yahweh.
So that's what we got to do. Choose to serve affliction, man. Choose affliction. Choose to be outcast to this world. Not taking that sea help. Okay, we outcast already. So we got to choose to suffer in this world, man, because we don't belong here. We're black sheep to this world. The men of the Lord and few uses, we don't belong in this world. We outcasts, and we should be happy to be outcasts. We don't want no association with this bullshit, man. All right. So like Moses, we got to choose to suffer for Yahweh by Shema Shah. Hey, the Lord Yahweh Shah suffered, man. Okay. And these things are gonna be what help us get through Jacob's trouble and our temptation. The Lord building us up through afflictions, man. You got it.
Hebrews chapter 11, starting again at verse 25. Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High Yahweh than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season.
Right, like these peons out here doing, enjoying the pleasures of sin for a season. Remember, all this is temporary. Okay. At the end of the day, they're gonna pay a big price for suffering sin for just a season. This place is about to be destroyed, man. We ain't got much time left. So that's an example of suffering or enjoying sin or taking pleasure in sin for a season.
That's right.
These niggas out here, man, instead of coming back to Yahweh by Shema Shah and leaning upon him and repenting, having a contrite spirit, man. All right, so hey, we can't feel sorry for Jake when they getting jacked up and effed up out here, okay, by the sword of Esau. Okay, baby crying and you know, howling and you know, begging for their life. We can't feel sorry for them, man. The Lord gonna put the spirit on us to laugh at them, man. That tells you that in Proverbs, the 1st chapter.
That's right. You've been warned.
You've been warned, and we say that all the time. You cannot say you have not been warned, Jake.
That's right.
Okay, now the doors of mercy are closing. Now they're gonna be looking for answers when we've been having the fucking answers, man. You know, see, when things are intact, like society right now, you know, you're able to go to your fucking McDonald's, the mall, or the club, go shopping, whatever, go out of town. See, it's all good, and you ain't even thinking about Yahweh by Shema Shah. But as soon as our society collapse, the first ones they go see, man, to try to find is gonna be us.
That's right.
You know, and your family members that you try to tell the truth, the first one they gonna try to call is you. Watch, you know. Hey, that's happening already. You know, on a smaller scale, like with it prophecy come to pass, the brothers probably having family members calling them, or when they have a blackout in their town, the first one they try to get in contact with is you, man, because you've been telling them that these things are gonna go down, man. You know, because our people full of shit, bro.
Right.
Our people are so full of shit, and they hypocrites, man. They be procrastinating. Okay. You want to say something?
And you often bring out, you know, the Most High gonna have to put that spirit in us. So we're gonna be in the spirit of Elijah. We're gonna tell you, hey, call on your God that you've been calling on.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Call on Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Call on Buddha. Call on Allah. Amen Ra. All these bullshit ass gods that ain't gonna save you, man. Call on them. You've been calling on them when society intact, right, and you've been laughing at us. Calling on Yahweh by Shema Shah, mocking and scoffing us.
That's right.
Calling us, calling us wearing dresses and shit. Yeah. Saying we wearing dresses.
Don't your Jesus love everybody?
Right. I don't. God love everybody, man.
We're gonna find out.
Right. You got it, brother.
Hebrews chapter 11, verse 26.
God.
Esteeming the reproach of the Hamashiach greater riches than the treasures in Egypt.
That's pretty much it, though. Well, you can finish reading that.
For he had respect unto the recompense of the reward.
Go ahead and read that.
By faith, he forsook Egypt.
By faith, he forsook Egypt. We got to forsake this Egypt.
That's right.
Which is America. Okay, read on.
Not fearing the wrath of the king.
Not fearing the wrath of the king. The modern day king is going to be Trump. That cruel Lord. Hey, Apostle Hart went into that. That cruel Lord is talking about Trump right now because he's the current king, man. and boy, he's passing these draconian legislations, and he don't give a damn, man. He's being a true devil. Than Biden ever was, man. Like I always say, man, he's showing Biden how to be a real devil, man. And that's what we need. We need a real devil in office, man, to show his horns, to be in his right fucking mind, man.
That's right.
And not sugarcoat shit. You know, like these mass deportations going on, man. Okay? You're not hiding it, man. You're not hiding his horns. Them horns are getting fucking bigger and bigger, man. That's what the fuck we need to get the fuck out of here, man. Esau making this goddamn move. You got it, bro.
You know, as I brought out once, you know, about a rattlesnake. Okay, a rattlesnake can lose his rattlers, you know, during a battle with another snake. And he's more dangerous after he loses his rattler because he can't give you a warning.
We can't give you a warning, right?
We love Trump. He's a rattlesnake with all his rattlers. And he rattling them too.
Yeah.
He's shaking them up.
He ain't sugarcoating nothing.
That's right.
He's telling you what he gonna do, man. He told you stupid ass speaks he was gonna do deportation before he got in office. You still voted for him. Dumbasses. Okay? But that goes to show you about trusting your damn enemy. And we've been telling you spick niggas too that this man's your enemy, but you want to kiss his ass. Okay? You got it.
Hebrew chapter 11, starting again at 27. By faith he forsook Egypt, not fearing the wrath of the king, for he endured.
He what?
For he endured.
It's about endurance. It's coming down to endurance, man. Okay? Endurance to the end. You got it?
As seeing him who is invisible.
Right. The Most High, man. Okay? We gotta trust in Yahweh Shema Shah. We know we can't see him, but we know he's there.
That's right.
You know, the miracles he performed. Hey, every brother and sister got a testimony, man, on how they've been delivered from certain situations, how they seen how a miracle happened to for them. You know, hey, that builds up our faith alone.
That's right.
You know, the little thing. How much more when all hell break loose that the Lord gonna come through for us? If he come through us in these times when society's still intact, so to speak, how much more in the hour of temptation, how much more during Jacob's trouble? We got to remember that. We got to keep that in the back of our heads, man.
That's right.
Okay. You want to say something?
As seeing him who is invisible.
Right. That's the Most High, man.
We walk by faith.
Oh, let's get that.
Not by sight.
You can drop that. Because there's a lot more meat, but the point is given.
Right.
All right. No. What's that? 1 Corinthians 5:11. I think it's, yeah, you can get that. No, 5 and 7. 1 Corinthians 5 or 2 Corinthians 5 and 7. One of them. Let's get that real quick. Because that's what we got to do. We got to walk by faith, man. Plain and simple. It's about faith. Because that's the only way we're going to endure this exam that's coming, our big test. Okay?
This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 5, verse 7. For we walk by faith, not by sight.
Right, not by just sight, because we see it. We got to see it to believe it, right? You know, even you had the account of what's that disciple name?
Thomas.
Thomas. He had to see it. But I mean, you know, he was a man of the Lord, but he had to see it. But what did the Lord tell him? Blessed are those who believed by not, just roughly paraphrasing, by not seeing and still believe, right? That's what we got to do, okay? Because we know all hell's getting ready to break loose, and we're seeing it. Okay, we know that the missiles are coming. All right, we've been prophesying about Iran and Israel for a very long time, and it's happening. So that helps build up our faith. That should help build up our faith, brothers and sisters. All right, the situation with Israel and Iran, each one of our faith should be boosted now that it's happening in real time, right? Okay, each one of our faith, every one of our faith should be elevated higher. All right, on another level. Now that we're seeing this in real time,